I watch the days fall like dominoes from our castle way up high, and the moons as they pass us by. I will hold you by my side, 'cause I wait till be old, I wait to watch it come. Maybe I've been waiting all too long, 'cause it all rushes by and it's long since begun, and I just wanna hold.
Good evening, it's your local station for York and North Yorkshire for Sunday the 8th of July, and for you, another scorching day. Too hot, too humid for me. Some weird and wonderful sights in York City Centre I'm hearing about. A woman spotted outside the Dean Court Hotel wearing her bikini opposite the Minster, and people cooling off with a swim in the River Ouse. It's been a great day of sport, of course. John McEnroe winning a decisive victory over Jimmy Connors in the Wimbledon men's singles final. We'll have a special report on that later on. And we'll hear from the team at the Weather Centre. When is this heat going to come to an end?
Maybe I've been waiting all too long, 'cause it all rushes by and it's long since we're done, and I just wanna hold on. So along comes the moon again. There goes another day with you.
Hello, welcome to the car I'm showing us to York Minster, Steve Gage, York.
Oh, we're just proceeding towards the Minster as though it was a normal automatic fire alarm. And there was mist forming. The mist became thicker. We suddenly realised it was from the roof of the Minster.
Ron Hunter was the Minster policeman. It was his first night on solo duty.
I had to dash back to the cabin, grabbed hold of the master keys, went over to the south transept door. As I opened it, there was the fire brigade. Went inside, saw that the few red hot brands were already falling down. The phone went, and it was Ron. And Ron said, Bob, we've got a fire. So having joined Ron, went into the south transept itself, and the flames were actually coming through the vaulted ceiling.
Control from York 1, assistance message from Station Officer Wright, make pumps 4, over.
My daughter rushed in and said, Daddy, Minster's on fire. I'm not joking. My dad jumped up then. And I met Bob Littlewood, and he said we must remove everything from the east end.
They were very frightened. The whole place was going to go up in flames.
I saw a flaming balk of timber falling, and it shot fragments all over in my direction.
The men were pulling the ladders, the horse bikes up the outside of the Minster.
Peter Wright says, I want 2 men in the roof with the hose. So we went up.
Control from York 1, make pumps 6, over.
And we entered the roof. We could see the window because that end of the vault was already disintegrated and falling to the floor.
Some of the bosses in the vault were beginning to come down with huge, huge thumps.
The lead was melting. It was coming down just like raindrops.
The smoke was increasing, and one of the firemen said, it's too dangerous to stay here. We must go up.
Control from York 1, make pumps 10, over.
There were pipes going down to the river with generators pumping the water up from the river.
The doors would open, and all you would see was this big acrid smoke pouring out of the place. And I thought, by gum, they're going in there, that's slavery for you. There were 3 firemen literally beneath the great central tower, hosing straight up into the fire. We were working a lot at roof level. The firemen were above the fire, and all the heat and smoke was coming their way, so they were taking a lot of punishment. The fire was so intense.
Make pump 15, turntable ladders 3 other.
As the fire progressed, it moved nearer to the firefighters.
It was quite frightening. There was a great danger that the fire would spread even further.
There was no question that the south transept roof was beyond saving.
They actually made it fall because they realised once it was down, the rest of the building was safe.
Make pump 20 over.
The fire chief came to me and he said, we shall go in 5 minutes. And I said, no, what? He said, whether we've saved the Minster or lost it.
I was inside the south transept. There was one fireman and myself in there. We suddenly got a call, get out.
A major fire has this morning badly damaged York Minster. Part of it is gutted and the roof of the south transept is completely
Well, let's go straight to York and find out what's happening there at York Minster. On the line now is our religious affairs.
charred beams, smoking rubble and black water on the floor.
This morning, firemen from all over North Yorkshire were on the scene within minutes.
Total damage is estimated at more than £1 million. The Archbishop of Canterbury.
When sleep has left your bed and all the world seems cold, don't feel like kindness is dead, 'cause I will be the best that I can be for you, and I will try to keep you warm.
I came to work 8 o'clock to find the south transept just in a mess, timber everywhere, there was molten lead, sheet lead, just in a big heap on the floor.
And then came over certainly myself and certainly a lot of the men. Oh, let's get this cleared up. Let's prove that we can still do this kind of thing.
There was a box which had been in the south transept where people put donations in. We really put that outside the West Front because donations flooded in.
I particularly remember an American couple, and they said, can't we come and spend a holiday in York clearing up after the fire?
That we were all sort of helping out the Minster, and a lot of local businesses gave help. Some building firms gave wheelbarrows, some supermarkets gave loads of food. People came together.
When sleep has left your bed.
I felt very daunted and very small, but one of the joiners said to me, we've mended it before, we can soon do it again.
The decision came back that the fire damage would be restored in its original manner,
we would use oak as the material.
Well, a lot of landowners throughout the land donated oak trees.
The Queen gave one from Windsor, the Forestry Commission, various bodies of that kind, and some private donors.
In the Dean's Park, there was a huge marquee where we had the A-frames assembled. Then they were craned round, quite exactly with these big cranes around. The South Transept floor was a big workshop.
You don't often get a chance to work on a vaulted ceiling. We had to work out how to do it.
No two ribs are the same length, so it's a matter of fitting and fitting again until you get the correct angles.
When we were talking about the design of the vault, we were looking at the Benedicite, all ye works of the Lord, bless ye the Lord, as the theme. And in the draft, we left 6 bosses saying, well, they could be subject to a competition.
We've been asked if Blue Peter will design 6 of the new oak bosses that will decorate the vaulting of the south transept roof.
Hi, I'm Laura Edwards. The design for my ceiling boss is called The Rose Window Survives the Flames. The competition got over 33,000 entries, so it obviously captured the interest of a lot of children.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for
First thing I saw was a cross above the rose window. That was the first thing I saw. And then looking down to the window itself, miraculously, also it seemed that the window was still intact. There were hundreds and hundreds of cracks. As the glass cooled, more and more cracks appeared. Instead of hundreds of cracks, in fact, thousands and thousands of cracks. We've done our best to salvage the glass, and that glass now, I'd like to think, when it is seen and viewed from ground level, it will look just as good as it did before the fire. And so we've kept faith, I would like to think, with the medieval craftsmen. We have ensured that their work lives on for future generations.
Here to give thanks to God for the restoration of the roof and vault of the south transept and to dedicate them to the praise of his holy name. We give thanks for those who by their skill and bravery rescued this minster from fire and disaster. We give thanks for those whose gifts and labours have helped rebuild this holy place and to make it again an image of the glory of heaven.
In the end, I think it was a reaffirmation of what human beings can do when they have a problem. They can cope, they will cope, they had coped, and that was what the feeling was in 1988.